Alrighty, there we go. We are live. Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's good to be back. It's another day in Mangotra. Hey, what's going on? Today's no CWO. I know I'm excited to be back today with a little bit of just Legend League, some super chill stuff. Today is a kind of a big day in terms of like the fact that I have a lot to mention about the future of Legend League, as you guys can tell by the title. GM, hey, what's going on? It's good to see you. It's good to see you guys here early. I do have quite a few attacks I still have to get through. I have 2 left here and then 8 on 2 more accounts. The hits today haven't been the most solid. They haven't been terrible. Like, not an absolute train wreck, but at the same time, I do hope they go better in my remaining hits than they have gone so far. Yesterday was solid. Yesterday was my first full day with the new balance, and that did go well. I did average 305, which was pretty cool. Shirag, hey, what's going on? Good to see you. Yeah, let's get these last couple of hits here done first. And yeah, there's a lot to mention. Like, first of all, I have mentioned it a couple of times in my previous streams, but I am opening a server soon, which will be a good resource if you're a clan leader, for example, and you want to push your clan. You would join my server to essentially look for good players. It's not exactly recruiting as much as it is like paying for players. Gonna focus on this just for a little bit. I think I know what I want to go for though. There we go, some decent value there from the setup. Probably gonna have to use a freeze on the logger there together with the ray shower, just to try to delay the activation of that ray shower there. And then now I can use some totems. Probably also just going to put poison there on the logger anyway. Might even have to freeze him once more. This one actually doesn't look too hot. Or am I going to use the overgrowth? I think it's going to be here to cover that one fire spitter, and then I have a couple heroes going behind the other one, so it should be okay. Yeah, I think we've got this. Yeah, so that server is going to be huge. It's going to be especially helpful in CWL. Like if, for example, you have some sort of a mix-up, one of your players bails on you, and you need a player fast to fill the lineup, then we can definitely hook you up with some good players. Pugo Clash, hey, what's going on? What do you think of Super Bowlers? I definitely think they're a good option. When you look at all of the various ground options right now, like Meteor Golems, like Throwers, they all have their own little small issues. And I do think that the Super Bowlers is the least of all of those. That's what I think. Andy Push, hello, what's going on? Welcome to the stream, bro. You're the first on the Twitch side, that's pretty cool. And yeah, let's go for this last one. Nice attack, thank you so much. Yeah, that server is going to be exciting, and it's also gonna come at least with a cool way to celebrate. We're gonna do some King of the Hill. I will be talking about that as well. This is a base that's tripped me up now a couple times today, and kind of want to look for a different approach. Something a little more diagonal, potentially. Okay, I have an idea. I'm not sure if it's the best idea, but it's the idea I want to go with, because everything else I've done so far has not worked. And of course the backpack misses, so already off to a great start there. I'll probably end up failing. For what it's worth, I think I got one air sweeper. Although I don't think it's going to matter a whole lot. That totem didn't do anything to the logger. Yeah, this is cooked. This base has really done a good job against me today, I'll be honest. I might have to go look for this one and figure it out. This freaking logger, man. Missing the value wasn't great, but at the same time I should have had some better plan for the logger. I will definitely have to solve this base before I get close to the end of the season, but we're still very early in the season. It's not that huge of a deal. Let's just revive the prince. This is for percentage. And then force quit that. I don't want to look at it anymore. Parlayed, hey, what's going on? How do you feel about bringing up more cleanup troops so that you can pull CC and get a better lineup? That's what the minion and the archers are for. You don't really need much more than that. The minion oftentimes does me more trouble because sometimes it gets mixed up with the Dragon Duke depending where I put it. So I don't like to bring too much. Zaki Clashing, hey, what's going on? Good to see you, bro. And Nabagunjan, good to see you. Okay. Where did that put me for today? 272, not great. I mean, yesterday was obviously a better day. Defense didn't go so hot for me, so minus 26 here. Not that great, but yeah, it's also important that we talk about the next CWL, because that does kind of tie in with what I have planned for that server. I am planning to host a King of the Hill, and that is going to include some potential tickets to play in the Legend League CWL with us. A formal announcement will be made very soon, probably tomorrow. And I will be sending out invites, making a community post and everything. What are your plans this coming August CWL? We will be going for Legend League. We will definitely be going for it. And some of you guys have a chance to participate with us, as well as obviously try to make some prizes. Goal pass, event pass, and all that. This gold mine's in a little bit of an awkward spot, but I still think I can get this arrow if I'm a little careful. But I'm trying to go behind the spitters and the sweepers here. That's really what I'm going for. And I did get that arrow. That Tesla was a little tricky, but I shot the arrow fast enough that it wasn't an issue. Have you guys ever, like, for example, done fireball and missed the fireball because of a Tesla popping right in front of you? I feel like that the same thing can happen with the giant arrow sometimes. I often bring up the fireball one because I feel like that's happened to a lot more people. Gonna have to drop the overgrowth like so. The Duke got mixed up. He was supposed to go to the left with my queen, or to the right, I should say. And the Prince was obviously supposed to go with my army. And we've got, they both got mixed up. Gonna freeze there just to keep the Prince alive a little longer, but the base is crushed. This is a base I've seen enough times now to feel like I can triple it in my sleep. So, not a huge deal. Do you know how to fix a hero journey bug? Nah, they're gonna take their sweet time fixing that. I wouldn't suggest on looking within the community for a bug fix. You will just have to be like one of those millions of other people on Reddit begging Supercell to fix the hero journey bug. Because I do know they read the Reddit sometimes. And sometimes X, but not very often. That's one down. I did 294 yesterday. So yesterday I did 293, 294, 308, 308, 311, and 320. That's what happened yesterday. Today has not been as successful. It's been a bit less, actually. I would say the average today is somewhere in the 280s. Meanwhile, yesterday it was 305. Obviously, I won't get a full picture on the average until I finish my hits. Yeah, yesterday my average was 305.667 just using this. And I do have another army that later in the stream I will be going over. It's a Meteor Golem army. I might actually be considering that. There's a chance you guys see some Meteor Golems. Okay. I'm gonna put the dragon early on that hero hall. Just so that it starts the corner funnel properly. I almost missed that arrow. Almost, but not quite. You have to be careful about the Duke in this area because he can get shot down. There's a couple air bows and air defense and all that. Going to use the overgrowth in such a way that covers that one multi-inferno, but probably not the scatter shot. Scatter shot's not as threatening. There's a good orb, although my troops are a little split at the moment. That the triple ice golem CC did get pulled out. I still think I'm in decent shape here, so long as the logger goes down eventually, but I think he does. Duke is still well alive and healthy. Swagger revive. Nice and easy. And yeah, so you guys will definitely have to stick around and wait for my army with the Meteor Golems, what I have. It's very like, this was like the first idea I had when I heard about the balance changes last week, was I wanted to use this one army. Let me see what you guys are saying. Now I understand it, your comp need to keep them alive means early support of spells and ability. For my army, yeah, the early healing tome helps a lot, especially because it does a good job of keeping those troops from the Sky Wagon healthy, like the baby drags and the balloons. Have you seen more people using Super Bowlers after the balance changes? That's a good question, actually. I will have to take a quick look at my defense log, although it looks the same as before. Like, there's a good mix of Hydra throwers, the one person playing Root Riders, and of course he triples. It looks about the same, I'll be honest. I don't really think the balance changes did as much as people were kind of hoping it would. That's my opinion about that. I'm running this base. I should know how to take it down, but unfortunately I don't. I should be careful here. I'm probably going to use the prince in a way that he activates the town hall area with the orb. It's kind of what I'm thinking. This might not go well, but I'm going to try it anyway. I did spread my Dragon Riders just a little bit. It's generally better to keep them closer together, but I'm not so sure about the space. I'm probably going to end up just freezing. That should at least take care of the multi-gear. Not the smoothest hit, but it should still go through, I think. Maybe not. I don't think I have this, unless I get lucky somehow with the air defense. But nah, there's too much. Very close. I think it'll land in the 90s at least, somewhere like that. Guts, hey, what's going on? Good to see you, bro. Bro, use meteor golems. I will once I finish my attacks for today. I still have a few hits left. Exactly 90%. I probably made some mistakes there with the logger, I think. I think that logger really needed to probably be frozen a couple times. Let me take a look again. This also here was... if I had at least gotten one of those, I would have been happy. But instead I got neither. Like, I should have at least gotten the scatter shot there. That would have helped. Froze once, but then this other one, yeah, the logger just did too much. Should have frozen that. It is what it is. Try blower. Here's the thing about the blower, is that they fixed it temporarily because it had a bug, which I mentioned many times over the CWO week, that when it's interacting with one of the enemy heroes, that sometimes the backpack doesn't go off. Bro, do they reply through if I submit a contact form? Are you talking about Supercell? They do. Although their support team is not the best. Can you share Votin's attacks? Yes, let's take a quick look. Will you use Meteor Golems in Live Legends League? I can't promise that. I might actually. I was testing it in friendly challenges earlier and it was looking pretty strong. So it might happen. But in the meantime, I have limited time to finish my attacks. So I do want to get them done quickly with Hydra here. If you're ever in a rush to do your hits, then Hydra's always a good option. I do think that this might have a moderately less amount of success than it did previously. But the difference is really almost negligible. Almost. I'm going to freeze there the sweeper and the logger, but also leave the poison exposed. That way I don't waste any of my healing tome. Okay, I think that if I cover the everything except the sweeper there with the overgrowth, I should be okay. Although Logger's doing some good damage. Logger finally goes down. And hopefully it's enough, I'm not so sure. This has been another one of those bases I saw a couple times today and got tripped up by. So we shall see if this goes through or not. It's gonna be again in the 90s, very close. Solid attempt, but a tough base. How many attacks have you got to get through in the last hour? There's 12 hits left. There's 4 here and then another 8. And I have 38 minutes left to do it, which is just enough time. Just enough. 12 hits in 38 minutes. Mohammed, what's going on? You need a gold pass? You can join my clan to give some gold passes away to my clanmates. Although you do have to play well. I don't give them away just for free. I think I'm going to angle the Duke in a way that he goes to the left. And to do that, I would just start him, like I would drop him over by this wall tile here, rather than directly behind that one. That would get him to go left at the start. And that does get me some nice value. And see how he's going left like that. Although I think, honestly, he would have gone left anyway because of the queen destroying the mortar. So maybe it doesn't matter all that much. My dude got kind of wrecked there, but it's fine. I'm going to use overgrowth like this. And I think this should get the job done. This is looking pretty solid. The queen's eventually going to pick up the air defense, which is nice. And then I should be able to get the revive I need for the Duke. Maybe even swag the revive. Mohammed, hey, what's going on? You're spamming in the chat a little bit. Just be careful. Asking for a gold pass. Most creators won't just give you a gold pass randomly, just by spamming in the chat. Hamza, hey, what's going on? It's good to see you, bro. Can't go to your clan because my brother has his own clan. Yeah, sorry about that then. Okay. Ricky Coco 8. This is a player that's done a great job last season. I gotta say, he was working with Mad, just as I was very briefly. But this guy has like 10 accounts, and this one is number 8. Let's see here. I do think that the best way to get the Duke into the compartment with the multi-gear tower is by getting rid of this mortar and then shooting the other one. And my goal is to grab the multi-archer tower and the revenge tower. That's my goal here. Just like that. And now hopefully the Duke goes where I want him to. I want him to go directly into the multi-gear tower. Just like so. Having a little bit of a split. That split's not good. As long as the warden stays headed towards the left, that's okay. Because sometimes he doesn't. Just like this, he's going to the right. It's exactly what I didn't want from him. So hopefully this doesn't turn out to be a 1-star, because that's how it typically plays out in this particular instance. A little worried. Although I did mention this guy is one of the top players, right? So I guess it's not a huge surprise that he's getting the defense on me that he needs. Who should I revive? Should I revive the Duke? Or should I revive the Prince? I think I should revive the Duke. I think in this case it makes sense. If he can overcome at least the Super Wizard Tower just for long enough to get the Town Hall, that should be fine, right? Although obviously this wasn't that good. Yeah, 98. I'll take it. Not great, not terrible. I want to come to your plan for the gold pass, bro. You gotta stay in the clan. It's not about like just coming and getting picking up a free gold pass. Hyojin-chan, hey, what's going on? Good to see you. The one above all, welcome to the stream, bro. Looks like all same base. It's very similar. I'm seeing a lot of similar bases today, from what I typically see. Okay, what to go for here? I think it's obvious that I have to at least pick up the monolith and the CC here, because that's not only value, but it's also the funnel. I would just send my dragons into one of these sides. It honestly doesn't matter which side they're. It's exactly symmetrical. So I might have to freeze once, like right here, just to make sure that the Queen doesn't get too much damage. Just like that, and then I'll start this side. Because of the fact that the Queen and the Warden are going this way. Or the Queen and the Duke. The Duke's doing an amazing job. I think I'm just gonna let the Queen go at this point and support the rest of my army here. Ton of army over here. It's not often that I decide to let the Queen go like that, but with literally everything else over here, I feel like I can just get better value from the spells that way. I think this is enough. It's gonna be close. Definitely would have been better if the Duke continued where the Queen was going. I could have kept her alive a little longer that way. But this at least goes through quite easily for a triple. Doom, you play poker, right? Yeah, every now and then. I have the WSOP app downloaded on my phone, which is essentially free poker, but it's the biggest free mobile platform for poker. Just using like random in-game credits. Is there a reason you go with the Phoenix on the Minion Prince over the Duke? It's essentially because of the fact that he has so much DPS consistently, because the Duke with the Phoenix, you're not always going to get the best value if you don't have like for example, if the Duke's not alone, right? If there's other air troops in the area, then you lose a little bit of Phoenix value. But the Prince has a bit of a better DPS, more consistently, I should say. But also he has the meteors, right? So oftentimes you get an extra couple meteors for free. Just by running the Phoenix. I did miss the Revenge Shower, but it's not actually a huge deal. I still got one of the spitters. Gonna have to use poison that in a way that covers the Guardian and the CC troops. I got a nice timing there on the totem spell. Hopefully this split will work out for me. It doesn't always, but I think I have a good chance here still. And now where's my Duke? He's right there. Perfect angle into, I was gonna say perfect angle into the Fire Spitter, but he got pulled. He goes into it anyway, but I should have been a little more cognizant of that moment. Nice 3 stars. Nice and easy. Do you take gold pass in all 6 of your accounts? Yeah, the ones pushing, I do, yes. Have you tested the Dark Crown with this army? Yes, I have, but I don't have the same success with the Dark Crown as I do with the Meteor Staff. I don't know why, but that was a long time ago. Might have to try again on the latest bases. 291, not great, but it's consistent enough. I'm in the top 1,000 here. For now, I'll take that. It's still very early days. The way you create the funnel and get value from your Duke before reviving really shows your experience with the army. Yeah, the funnel is really more important than the value sometimes. Would you use Meteor Golems in the upcoming days? Yes, I'm going to, after I get through these last 8 hits, I will be testing out the Meteor Golems in some friendly challenges. I'll even invite you guys if you guys want me to test your bases out. And then we'll see how I'm feeling. If I'm tripling a lot, then I'll put it in Legends on the stream. If I'm not, then I'll probably just call it good on the stream. Where should we use Totem and Freeze? It depends. So a good place to use Freeze is on any kind of rage damage. Give me a quick second to analyze this particular layout. I haven't seen this one before. This one could be tricky. Although I do see a pathing for the Hydra to go over the Monolith and eventually the Revenge Shower, so this one might be okay. But I definitely need to hit a tricky angle on the backpack. I think I got the angle I was looking for. I definitely could have gotten the Poison Tower there somehow. I missed that, but I will have the Healing Tome active in a moment, so I guess it's not the worst thing. Totem spells generally on... the only thing you really don't want to put it on is close by the Monolith. Because... especially if you have stuff like a Multi-Inferno together with the Monolith. That is a very common pairing in base building, is people will oftentimes put the Multi-Inferno together with the Monolith. I'm getting destroyed here. I was saying that this base looked easy and then now obviously not. That Monolith is going to be the end of me, unfortunately. Not the Monolith, the Revenge Shower. I thought the Hydra would get to it. Not on this particular instance. I don't even think I'll get the best angle for revive. The percent doesn't look bad. Like, I think it's still gonna end up in the high 90s. Agent Nick, what's going on? Good to see you. Let's just revive the Duke there. Although it's a bit meager. Maybe it triples, but... Wow. By a sliver of a fraction of HP. That triples. Very close. And a legendary chest to top it all off. A hammer building, I'll take that. I don't have one of those. Got lucky. I definitely don't think that I deserve that one. I'll be honest. One shot away, that's absolutely right. My league is Legends 2. I really want to jump to Legends 1. Stuck in Legends 2 for a month now. I live in Vegas as you. Teach me, I can pay you hourly. Text me on Discord. And I won't be charging you hourly. That's not a thing I'll go for. A small offer could be nice, but I don't want you to have anything you're absolutely dissatisfied with, you know what I'm saying? What do I go for here? This is one of those cases I would say potentially going for the Town Hall side. Could work out nicely. I've never seen this particular layout, so I'm just going to do my best here. And in this case, I do get some nice value from the setup. Hopefully it's enough. I'm gonna have some complications with the logger, I'm pretty sure. Freeze there together on the multi-inferno and the air defense. Somebody was asking me about some good places for freeze. That's one of them. This overgrowth covers the monolith. I have to shoot the orb there because the prince is alone. That's really going to be like the only thing to keep him alive. Is the assistance of the orb. And a cooperation from the queen. This will go through, but there were definitely some mistakes, especially how I managed the Logger Guardian. Wasn't perfect. Let's just revive the Duke. It's finished. Nice and easy. Yeah, if you text me on Discord, I can definitely help you guys out in a much nicer way than trying to pay me. Yeah, I'm really excited for our server that's about to go live soon, which will link you guys to a lot of good players, especially in cases like CWL and all. Lots of people are also going for some pretty insane Legends pushes these days. I think I have to be a little clever here on how I get the Duke to go into the Revenge Shower. I might end up using a bunch of rocket launch early. Or actually, that might be okay. That might do it. Does that get the air bombs? It does. And now hopefully getting that one mortar does give me the pathing into the Revenge Shower that I need from the Duke. Yes, it does. If the Duke can pick up that Revenge Shower, that's huge. Gotta hold the totems until I can get behind the logger with them. Like here. I covered the logger with the orb and the freeze. Or the orb and the poison. Not a freeze. And that was enough to pretty much disable him. And a few totems. I'm about to swag a revive. Nice and easy attack. This looks like the same base. Yeah, this style of a base has been really popular lately because it works well. Works quite well against, especially against air stuff. Like what I'm using. I know Minute, hey, what's going on? Do you have any tips for Legends 2 players? I'm still stuck in Legends 2 and using Hydra, thinking of switching to Super Bowlers. Well, let me finish my Legend League attacks, and I'll show you another strategy which could potentially have some potential. Potentially have some potential, right? Andy Push, that was your base? Was that actually you that I just attacked? Or was it your layout? Is that what you're saying? Yeah, this one has rage showers here and here, whereas the one I'm used to hitting has one in between the revenge shower and the multi-inferno. This positioning of the CC is very popular these days. I'm not sure why. It's very exposed to fireball, which I'm seeing this a lot now, is the CC outside like this. So, but yeah, that is going to be my next strategy, at least in practice. And here's this almost the same base again. Almost, not quite, but very close. In the previous attempt, what I went for was the air bombs, but in this case, I think I can survive just by getting the revenge shower. I think so. It is a tricky base. I could end up failing this particular attempt. Let's just drop a dragon here. Yeah, I think I want to go for the revenge shower this time, just to try to get a more careful funnel. Something a little less risky. I do say less risky, and then at the same time I've one-sided this exact approach, right? You would argue that this could be a little more risky because of that. Gonna drop the overgrowth like so. Let's use a freeze there on the logger. And the poison, obviously. We gotta overkill it. And I'm probably gonna use my other freeze on the air bombs once it wakes up. Like this. And this should hopefully get the job done. It does. Swag another revive. Nice and easy. Why Legends 1 bases look easier than Legends 2? You think so? Corey, thanks for the follow. I appreciate that. I think they want to freeze stuff near the rage showers. Yeah, that makes sense. With the ice golems, that does make sense. W, thank you so much, bro. I have 4 hits perfect, and yesterday was perfect too, so hopefully I can keep the streak alive a little longer. I have 15 minutes left to complete my last 4 hits. I'm hoping I see some of these bases you're hitting in CWO next month, so I know how to destroy them. It'll help, right? It'll help. And this is that base, once again, that I screwed up a few times earlier. My best approach, or I should say my most successful approach so far, is by sending the Duke like directly into the core. But it's still not easy. Especially keeping the Duke alive in this area. There's black air bombs. So I guess I'll stick with that, try to optimize it a bit. Like, I can get some good value, but it's still not easy to follow up. Let's drop some rocket loons here. That should give him the padding I need. Hopefully that Tesla goes down. It doesn't. I think it's fine that it doesn't, actually. And see, like, that value looks amazing, right? But this still hasn't been good enough for me. Especially trying to keep the queen alive. There's traps, and she's just died right there. My warden is dead. I have to revive him. Because that was during the healing tome that he died. And so now I need absolutely an impeccable timing on this overgrowth. Or else I can one-star. Yeah, I mean, using the revive on the warden on this particular layout feels like a death sentence. I might be finished here. I'm just hoping that at least it goes through for 2 stars, which it should, but feels like you never really know. And it does. If I could revive the Duke here, maybe I have chances to triple, but this looked better than at least my first couple of attempts. This will go through in the 90s, right? Hopefully. Maybe not 88%. I guess I'll just try to get that percent or quit that. I didn't think the Duke nerf will be this noticeable. It's really the biggest thing is that black air bombs are hitting him harder, especially when he's alone. I think that really the trap reduction that he gets is only while he's under the Royal Rampage anyway, so when he's near other troops, then essentially the Duke is the same as before. It's only during the Royal Rampage that he gets a trap reduction. But I do definitely feel like black air bombs are hitting harder. Share base, which base would you like? Would you like this one? This one got a good defense for me today. I can show you, but sending the link in the stream chat won't work. I'll have to send it to you on Discord or something. This is what I'm using. They nerfed his next equipment too before the release. Yeah, it's not the first time they've done that. They've done that with a few equipments now. The torch is the biggest one. That one got murdered before its release. Okay, what do I go for here? I really need a solid approach for the Duke to end up behind one of the fire spitters, and probably a system with some totems and rocket loons and whatnot. And then the Hydra behind the other fire spitter, I guess. Okay. Let's check for a Tesla. If there's a Tesla, it helps, but if not, that's fine. And there's not. I did unfortunately miss the Inferno. I should have gotten that. And now the Duke's going to the right with my army, which is not ideal. He needs to go the other way. Now he does though. Let's put overgrowth like so. This hasn't gone great. Just needed a little more cooperation from the Duke. We'll see if this is enough or not. It feels like it's not, but maybe it is. It is very just like narrowly enough. It's my first time seeing that base, so I'm glad I crushed it on the first try. Very cool. Isn't the base you're using Fendi's base? It might be. I got it through Ajmal because he just reposts a bunch of top player bases. Nice, I'm stealing this army so I can promote. If it works for you, then that's great, but it's not the easiest army. It's really not. You definitely need some practice with it before you go in, especially without the Eternal Tome. Having this Racham Healing Tome means you need to figure out the best timing for these spells, especially the totems and the freezes. The poison's pretty easy to figure out. You just use poison on the CC, or if you get the CC, then you use poison on the Guardians, right? This is that base again. I'm seeing it again and again, and so far every time today it has stopped me. What I think I'm going to try to go for value is to also get the air bombs. That might end up working out for me this time. Let's just drop a baby dragon here. If it can pick up the other mortar, that's great. That's exactly what I need. I did unfortunately miss the revenge shower there. That should have gone down. Let's see if these rocket loons will give my Duke the help he needs. Well, I'm not so sure. This might be enough. This might have ended up working out this time. And if it does, it'll be my first time tripling this layout today. I've seen it a few times. I never thought to try to get the air bombs like that because typically it's better to go for a funnel than it is to go for the value like deep in the base. Am I about to swag a revive? I think I am. Looks like a swag revive to me. Very cool. Let's go. Yeah, if I do, I think it's 1 or 2 more triples. I should have a 308 or 309. I did that one fail and it was 89%. Or maybe it was 88%, I don't remember. Yeah, a 90% is what that fail was. Nice one, thank you so much. Yeah, if I had seen this for the first time, which I did today actually, what I would go for is the Inferno together with the Scatter Shots and the Revenge Shower. Although that doesn't really work out well for me in this area. This area has murdered me quite a number of times today. So I think just trying to get the Duke to get in there and pick everything up like he did this time is the best way to get this base at the moment. At least with this army. Tayab, hey, what's going on? It's good to see you, bro. Victoria, time is less. Yeah. This is my last attack, thankfully. What do I go for here? I did 1-star this base a couple times today. Not a couple, but one time. There was another base that looked like this that I also 1-starred. And the issue is that I like to send my army to go from the Monolith to the Ray Shower, but my Warden always has the opposite plan of going from the Monolith to the Multi-Gear. So I think in this case I'm really just gonna go for a solid funnel here and really get this extra value at the start and let the Queen and the Duke have their time. And so now I really don't think that there's any way they get all confused. And yeah, my warden is on. Definitely trying to go to the left, which is what screws this attack up. Yeah, I've already revived my Duke at this point, so if he can't finish the base, it is what it is. It's gonna end up failing. So we'll see if the Prince together with the Phoenix can finish it. He does need a couple good meteors, and hopefully if he can pick up the scatter shot, maybe not. He might not. Yeah, very close. It's gonna end up in the 90s somewhere. I think that's a 97 or a 98 is what I think that is. Did you hear that Supercell aren't against the idea of being able to pick your army before an attacker can build their base? That's actually very interesting. 97% plus 300. Not bad, not great. But I am in the top 200. I would have liked to obviously have at least one account better than just 300. Let's see what my average was today. I had a 284, a 300. What else did I have? GG's, thank you so much. Yeah, I'm going to be practicing a Meteor Golems army. This might be potentially what I end up using for the rest of the season. Okay, so I did 284 plus 300 plus 285 plus 291. I have to check my other two accounts. Super Bowlers are good, or Dragons? I definitely think Dragons are up there. I hope you end up in the top 200. I did it twice. I did have a couple accounts finish the previous season in the top 200. So if I can do that again this season, that would be great. Although I'm still not so sure about what I'm going to be using. Especially because of this right here. Where's my lava launcher? This right here. This timer is ticking. There's only 14 days left. Roman, if you're watching the stream, I'll accept you in a second. Give me one quick moment to figure out all my numbers. Code Doom when? It's not going to happen, bro. I'm not really interested in joining the Supercell Creator Program. Not after what happened with Eric. He essentially got his code randomly taken away from him. 1707. Yeah, overall that's not that great. Getting 1707 total offense trophies. So my average today was 284.5, which is pretty low. That's definitely not good enough for the top 200. 284.5. And in the previous day, I did have an average somewhere around there, like 288, I think it was. But yesterday was the real good day. Yesterday was my first day with the current balance. And I did do well. Yeah, that was unfair. What do you mean that was unfair? You playing from PC or tab? This is a tablet. It's an iPad. I don't play from PC. I know there's some lunatics out there that do. What were my results? So I got 91st on this account. And then this account I got 56. This is my best time, like all time ever. Result is 56. And my other accounts were all also very high up. 138, 192 here, 239, 229. That's pretty good for 6 accounts. Oh, the Eric situation was unfair. It wasn't just unfair, bro. It was pretty messed up. That's how I feel about it. And so I'm happy to play Clash because I enjoy it and it is what I like to do. But at the same time, I don't want to support Supercell as a creator as much as I support myself. That's how I feel about that. Okay, let's do some practice. This is going to be with I was practicing this earlier. This is the combination I really want to take a close look at, especially given the latest balance changes. Especially because this has such a good plan to eventually handle the crafted defenses. Although you do need to take advantage of a lot of damage equipment. There's a spiky ball, giant arrow, fireball, and the backpack. Literally every single one of my heroes at the moment has a damage equipment active. So I do have to be quite mindful. I think I'm going to wait for the multi-archer to go down and then drop a couple invis. Let's see, where can I use the other 2 quicks? Is it too late to make the decision? It kind of was late, because a rage builder is repairing that multi-infernal. So I definitely should have made my decision a little bit sooner. Let's see if the Duke can eventually pick up the multi-infernal anyway. He might. He's walking into traps, but he can handle traps pretty well, as far as I know. Do have to make him invisible there. Okay. Now send the king here. Hopefully this is enough. I'm gonna be struggling with time, I can already tell that. Especially if I don't get to the backside early enough. I'm probably going to overgrowth it in such a way that covers the revenge shower, but not the rage shower. And now let's 4x it. I think this goes through. It may not, but I think it does. And it does very nicely, as long as you don't miss the value. It's pretty easy. What happened with Eric, it's a long story, bro. Not something I really want to get to on the stream. But it's a long story. He had a YouTube channel with 400,000+ subscribers, almost 500,000. And Supercell eventually put copyright strikes on his channel. Without really any good explanation to the community. And so his entire channel got taken down. Because strikes are different from claims. When somebody puts a strike on your channel, that's bad. You definitely don't want strikes. And so Eric got 3 of those, and that killed his whole entire channel. Okay, this face. What can I do here? I do think there's a good plan to pick up the lava launcher and the CC together with the backpack arrow. So that's exactly what I'm gonna go for. I'll probably end up covering the backside spitter with the overgrowth. Just have to be careful about the placement of my warden. It's not the greatest. Okay, I'm gonna wait for the bomb tower. And my goal is to hit the rage shower with the fireball. If I screwed it up, I screwed it up. But I did get it. No, I actually screwed it up. And so here's where I was planning to use my other quakes. was right there. I did get one hit from the lava launcher, which is not ideal. And I guess here I can use the sky wagon since it's just meteor golems in the area. I'm not so sure now about how this is playing out. My meteor golem's going completely the wrong way. I screwed this one up. And Warren's just doing lovely warden things. This could end up going through, but not in a great way, I think. It does go through very nice with the swag invis. I'm not used to using this army yet, but so far it has been crushing everything. So I'm glad that I found this. How can Supercell take down the channel if they put copyright strikes? That's the biggest way. The big question is why, and Supercell never did a good job of answering that. Let's try this base. I'll keep posting for my mates, and if any of you guys want to come visit the clan, I'm not saying you have to join, like, be here forever. If you just want to come visit the clan and test your bases, as long as you are Legends 2 or 1, you should be able to send a request pretty freely. 420, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. The Queen Charge variant is so strong I tripled into esports. That's pretty cool. Oh, this base is interesting. I thought I was in a real Legends hit for a second because of the scenery, but that is not the case. Okay, what I need is a good angle for the... because I guess I'm going to fireball the Rage Tower, but I still need a good angle for the arrow. So let's just try this. Probably just going to use an invis there. This is going to cost me all 3 of my invis, which is not ideal, but... is that only 1 quake? I think it is. It is only 1 quake, so now I have 4 quakes at my disposal. Let's just drop the meteor golems now, just to make sure that the warden doesn't get too overwhelmed, and then I'll set this up here. I did miss the CC, which is a little unfortunate, but not the hugest thing. Okay, I have a lot of light troops. I can use those to clean up this top side area. I just want to make sure I have some clear access into the town hall area, although I might have screwed that up. Like I was probably supposed to use a log launcher or something. I'm gonna drop the rage also in that close area. Maybe this doesn't go through, but... very close. Not great, but it seems like a solid base. 87%. This is my first fail with this army so far. Kenny Joe quit. I'm not sure about Kenny Joe. He might have. The chat log is just me on Twitch. Well, your chats will show up on the screen as well, so you can interact with the YouTube side there as well. And yeah, Eric got absolutely brutally taken down, and that's not something I want to happen to me as well. Although I don't think it will make a difference whether or not I'm in the creator program. If Supercell wants to take me down, then they will. That's how that works, apparently. And so, last thing I want to really do is join their creator program. I think this is another one of those cases I can just use one Quake for the Fireball. I was looking at using it over the first Ray Shower. Let's see if I can drop the Duke or the Warden in a way where he can get very close to the Ricochet. Close enough that the healers will share them. I do hope he eventually picks up the Expo. If he does, that's nice. Yeah, I lost my worm badly there. That was not good. I definitely made some mistakes there. I'm willing to try that again. Let's try this other base. Strike from Supercell. Yeah, it was even from the company out in Finland. You don't very often hear about that. This is this base again. I'm going to try this approach one more time, but bring the log launcher instead. I think that the log launcher will get me the more direct pathing into the town hall that I need. So hopefully that allows this to go through this time. I'll wait for the Expo. I can honestly just start dropping the Quakes as well. Again, I missed the CC, although I don't think that the angle is the best there, actually, to pick up the CC. There might be some better angle. Might end up losing my Duke a little early. If he picks up the Monolith, the fact that he's tanking it is huge, but if he picks it up, yes he does, then that's obviously good for me. Now hopefully this log launcher will get the job done that I wanted. My Warden again gets caught with a bunch of traps. So I'm not so sure about this particular approach. Seems like a wrong approach. Yeah, another miss. This one was worse. I did not get the Town Hall this time. So a wrong approach for this base. Maybe it's a good base. I could see that working as well against air. But I really want to give this a try in Legend League. I still think it has a good recovery potential, especially like if I miss a fireball, for example. Then there's still a good recovery potential with the rest of the Quakes, together with the backpack arrow. That's what I think. With doing the lightning with the... Yeah, I was thinking about that as well. I was bringing zaps instead of just bringing all Quakes so that I can potentially pick a better combination for the Queen. We'll see. Let's try another base. We'll try another base. I guess that's one way of controlling the media. Yeah, that's exactly right. Here on this base, I can just fireball the Ricochet there and get some good value. But I really should be thinking about the lava launcher as well. So I think I'm going to put the fireball over on this side instead. That's really the whole big idea, is that I really want this combination to have a good plan for the next crafted defenses. So this works on bases with air bombs, and the next crafted defenses are projected to have the same HP as the air bombs, which is 6,000, which is too much HP for a crafted defense, if you ask me. I think they should always have around the same as the lava launcher. There's a second quake, and now I have 3 quakes left. I'm gonna wait until the Giga Bomb goes off. I think there's a potential that the Warren can go and grab it. And he does. And now where to use, should I use a log launcher here? I feel like I should. I just used quakes in that area, so the log should at least deliver and open the walls properly. That's really the whole idea there. I think I used poison in a spot that was not that ideal. Actually, I get encountered by the CC just a little bit. But obviously this looks good. Looks solid. It's working on all of my bases, but when I go and friendly challenge other people, it doesn't work. So that gives me a little bit of a bad feeling about my bases, but also about bringing it into Legend League. Although I think it can work. And I do think that it's going to be a matter of practice as well. Let's see what I missed in the chat. I definitely missed some chat. We're doing the, yeah, that's where I left off. Pune Esports, few players got bans, if you know, in the World Cup and the World Championships. Yeah, it happens a lot more than you think, and to a lot more different people. It's not just Pune Esports. Used to watch esports content because of Eric, and when his channel got deleted, I don't watch those. Yeah, nobody did it as good as Eric did, right? That's how I feel about that. Let me look for a lower reset, and I'll share this army to myself. I think Havoc had a bit of a lower reset. 1559. If I'm not mistaken, that was my lowest, although I'm not so sure. I'll check the bot. The bot will tell me where all of my accounts were. Okay, we are going to bring this into Legend League. I feel good enough about it, at least that I can attempt it. I have rocket loons active. I just activated those, unfortunately, so we'll be removing those. Yeah, this army reminds me a lot of, for example, when we first had a Fireball Giant Arrow meta, where everybody was bringing 3 Quakes, and at the time, 3 Quakes was enough to get the Town Hall, together with the Fireball and the Giant Arrow. That's what this reminds me of. Getting 500k from scratch isn't easy. Yeah, even if he started a new channel, he already stated that he wasn't going to do it a new channel for Clash of Clans. If he went back into creating stuff, it would have been for some other game. And so you have to build an audience there. Not bad. I would like to see some changes. I think it could be better. Yeah, I agree with you. I wouldn't call this the final version, but at least to start with and get practice with meteor golems, this is a good version. I don't think you can recreate a channel if it is took down by strikes. You kind of could, but it would probably get taken down again pretty quickly. Eric was the GOAT for esports. Absolutely, he was. He was. I feel like Shock has potential to be good, but I don't see him doing it as often as Eric is. Yeah, he's not in the esport, like not very active streaming esports. You need to be streaming esports like every day, like Susie, some people like that. Okay. Now that I'm all caught up on the chat, what you guys are chatting about, let's just go for this. Hopefully I don't screw up right away. Okay. My plan is to hit this multi-inferno, and then I'm gonna get some nice backpack value. I'm gonna hit the multi-inferno on the right, but before that I want to set up the backpack properly by getting these couple of buildings and leaving that elixir collector exposed. That elixir collector is where I'll shoot the arrow from. That does get me that value, but there's still obviously more value I want to go for. I am going to use poison there because my plan for the CC is this. That logger was hitting my healers. I didn't even realize. I might have screwed up the timing a little bit here. I'm probably going to use overgrowth in a way that covers the monolith so that I have stuff continuing to move in like this, and then I can use a baby dragon here. Hopefully this is going to do the job. I need that rage spell to really do some good work though. This one right here. I do think this is going to end up failing. It's going to come close. Yeah, how I did everything with the Queen and the Duke probably wasn't correct. Especially the pathing of the meteor golems. This could have gone better in some ways. But it's tricky. I haven't ever used this in Legends. This was my first attempt. Saving healers is a tough task here. Yeah, they got hit by the logger, which I wasn't looking at the time, but I should have been, because even with just one strike from the logger, if they get hit also by red air bombs, then they're finished. Let's take a look again. I think they did end up getting hit by traps, but they could have at least survived the traps if they did not get hit by the logger, I think, because healers together with the mini warden can still survive a wave of red air bombs. Yeah, in Legends 1, there's a huge DPS boost, and check it out. Red air bombs. Let's get a triple here. What equipments are on the king? This is the king with the Frosty together with the snake bracelet and the spiky ball. That's what I'm using here. Although I could also see the stick horse and the gauntlet working potentially. It's not something I've experimented with, but it could work. Okay, this will be a little tricky, especially because of that air defense. But I still think I can pull this off. Want to see the worm pick up the bomb tower? It's really not the best value there. But I did eventually pick up the lava launcher. That was really the biggest thing in the area for me to get. What should I use here? I have a feeling that the log launcher makes sense, but I can also probably get away with the troop launcher. Let's use the troop launcher. Hopefully this overgrowth is correct. It might not have been, potentially. The other thing about this army is there's no revive. So I'm running the Fireheart without the revive spell. And really that's where the revive shines, is with the Fireheart equipment. So I do potentially have to reconsider that, whether to bring it or not. But I do think this will go through for 3 stars. It's looking pretty swarmed. The troop launcher is working. I also like that this army has flexibility with the siege. Like, not only I can make the troop launcher work, but also the log launcher and the sky wagon. The rest of this is all just spiky ball stuff. Nice and easy. Do Supercell have access to your full account? In a way they do, right? Not your YouTube account, but your in-game account, of course they do, right? If they wanted to access your account, they probably could. Can we back out from the Supercell Creator Program? Well, I was never a part of it to begin with. So that helps. And yeah, this is exactly what I was talking about. If you were here earlier in the stream, is that these CCs being out to the side like this actually make it pretty easy for me to hit with the fireball. So that's why I was thinking that this army can work as well as it has been. So I'm just gonna try to hit the expo. That's what I think. It's probably gonna take a couple invis, but getting that should be a good start, I think. But then also I want to be able to eventually pick up the Revenge Tower and the Multi-Infernal. This next part will look a lot like what I do in my Hydra attacks. I'm probably going to drop the baby dragon here. I did unfortunately miss the Multi-Inferno. That was a mistake. I should have been able to get that. My queen went down. But not getting the Revenge Shower, or the... Not getting the lava launcher. I should have been a little more mindful about that. Hopefully I don't 1-star, I might. And if I do, it is what it is. This is my first time with this army. So I'm willing to take the L's a little bit. Yeah, I'm getting smoked, unfortunately. I should have gone for the lava launcher, right? At least potentially try to pick up a better overgrowth. No way that goes through. Swag and Invis, just cuss. Crochet, what's going on? It's good to see you. Do Supercell have access to your full account if we sign up for the creator program? That is a good question. Skywagon is better than the troop launcher. I'm still figuring that out. I don't actually know myself. I've just done a 1-star with the troop launcher, but I really think that what I went for was wrong. I needed to hit the lava launcher rather than hitting the revenge shower. The revenge shower in this case is not as important as the lava launcher because it was gonna go down early. Just a mistake in the planning there, but that's what the practice is for, right? Do these meteor golems work? They've been doing well in friendly challenges. I'll say that. In friendly challenges, they look quite successful. What do I go for here? I can get a nice overgrowth somewhere close by the town hall area. But that's like the obvious fireball to go for, right? I'm gonna lose my unicorn, but it's fine. I got a nice fireball. I can easily work with that. I'm hesitating a little bit. I think I'm gonna end up just dropping my meteor golems. And now I do have to get a good placement on the quakes here. Let's send the king to go into the... Oh, is my warden dead? He is. I wasn't paying attention. This might not be as easy as I thought it would be. Let's use a rage here. That rage will act as a temporary rage gem. That fireball I got was lethal. I think I might have tripled this. Even losing my warden in the way that I did. With some swag spells, very nice, and a swag spiky ball. Nice of that to go through as easily as it did. Assalamu alaikum. It's good to see you. Curry versus HM, is that happening later? To be honest with you, I don't really keep up with esports as much as I maybe should. But it is cool that's happening later. Okay, this space. I feel like I have to hit the monolith. Looking for a best approach here. This might be wrong, but let's see if it's right. have to drop the other invis, and it is correct. Although I did use a third invis by mistake. That should have only been 2. I think I'll wait for the multi-archer to go down, just for extra value. And then go for this. I did unfortunately miss that badly. Now let's use the log launcher. I want to use it close by the revenge tower. Not looking so hot anymore. I don't have any way to keep my warden alive. The rage spell can help, but I don't think it'll help enough. If this goes through, that's terrific, but I don't think so. The warden gets knocked down pretty quickly here. Yeah, I think my fails today really come from a lack of practice. This feels like it should have been easy. I don't have any practice with this strategy just yet. Who's winning the World Championship? I think we have a clear favorite. And wow, somehow that did triple. I looked away and the army just decided to triple that. I think I might have gotten lucky there. I don't really care enough to watch to the end because the attack did need a lot of improvement. What can I go for here? I have a feeling it makes sense to hit the arrow from this gold mine right here so that I can hit the CC in the lava launcher, but then it's just a question of what the fireball would look like to set that up. I think I'm going to hit the fireball. On the scatter shot. Or maybe on the builder hut. I suppose that's fine. Or the air defense, that'll get the value. Value plus funnel. And now I need to drop my other 3 quakes here. Now I need the warden to absolutely go this way because sometimes he does ignore the meteor golems. Like this, of course. Of course. Now I want him dead. I unfortunately in this case want my warden dead. Because if I can get the healers over safely, that would be nice. This is what I'm saying. This is the reason a lot of people decide to skip the meteor golems, is because of that particular interaction. It happens more often than you think. Wow. I don't know if it's possible to recover or not. It seems not, but... I did get 2 stars. I suppose that's the bright side of this. And yeah, so when you make obvious mistakes like that, you obviously shouldn't expect a triple, but I still think this has a lot of potential. recovery potential that I might have missed. I don't even care, I'm just going for percent. 82% is the final there. I think you had to deploy Meteor Golems into Warden's Aura. That's exactly what I did. But what happens is when they split, the Warden changes his mind. The splitting causes him to retarget. And so he ends up going his own way. And so that's like one of the big reasons why people don't use Meteor Golems. Mangotra, oh nice, you're trying a new army? Yes, I am actually. Bro, what's your prediction for the FIFA final? It's going to be Argentina. And so yeah, them splitting here is what causes the Warden to not be so sure where to go. It happens a lot. I think I'm going to end up with something like 260 or something. If I can triple the next two, it would be 268, which still obviously isn't that great. Hopefully I can pull through with some triples. But I think in this case what I want to go for is a fireball on the fire spitter to pick up the monolith. Although I think I missed the scatter shot in the inferno, but I'm okay with that. I think getting the monolith is enough. And then I'll go for an early approach into the revenge tower behind the other fire spitter. That makes sense, but I've been failing a bit, so don't be surprised if I do end up failing. Now I want to hit the lava launcher and the CC, not the revenge tower, because the revenge tower won't be at full power anyway. It'll only be at partial power. And there I do get the value, and I do think using a log launcher here makes sense. Probably gonna use a overgrowth soon. And see what I mean? I still think I screwed this up. If the spiky ball does it, because it might. The spiky ball might actually be enough. Not so sure. The king has to make it through one more wall. And if he does, that's amazing, but... yeah, he gets taken down. 97%. Yeah, whatever I did with the spells was not correct in this area. I thought I would end up going behind the fire spitter, but I ended up going directly into it while it was raised up. I thought I almost managed that, but not quite. Why don't you use Electro Fangs for the... you think oh, that's a good idea, actually. Using Electro Fangs instead of the Fire Heart without the revive. That's actually a good idea. I might try that. Meteor Golems most likely will do like this, use Queen to pull Warden, but we have to Queen for the jetpack. Yeah, that's the issue. is I can't use the queen to pull the warden, even though in the previous meteor golems meta, that's what I did. I would always pull the warden with the queen instead of pulling the warden with meteor golems because of that issue with the splitting. So, okay, this is the last base. If I fail this, then I might really have to consider sticking to Hydra, because this is an easy base for Hydra. Let's just try this. I'm not even sure about this plan, but I'm gonna try it anyway. I'm just gonna hit the CC with the fireball. And then yeah, so unfortunately my warden's already down. And that all happened while I was looking at the setup. So I'm not so sure. There was probably some better plan there. I'm not even sure what's left. There's really not much left. Wasted the spiky ball. What if I triple this too? Because I might. Nah, absolutely not. It was close, but not enough in the end. Not after losing my warden like that. I mean, the fails haven't been terrible, you know? Like, I did a 1-star, which was terrible, but other than that, the fails have all been very close, and probably from mistakes just from not having any practice with this army. I definitely want to continue friendly challenges with this. Need the revive spell? Do you think so? Because what I'm really trying to figure out is how I can get away with using the least spells in the setup while also making the most out of these equipments, like the giant arrow. I might potentially get rid of the giant arrow to bring the mirror and then bring zaps instead. Like, I could potentially see a combination like this working. But the reason this would work is because of the lava launcher having less HP. I don't think it would work well in the next crafting phase. So I would use 2 earthquakes for the fireball, and then the 2 zaps in the last quake for the lava launcher with the backpack. But that only works for the lava launcher because it has 4,900 HP. And so when you look at like the air bombs with 6,000 HP, this is what all 3 of the next crafted defenses will have, is 6,000. Not a great day, 250. It's really actually my worst day of the season, but it is a brand new army. Hopefully I can figure out the way to make the most of that. I wanted to give it a try. Meteor Golems is not an ideal army. I think I'm really making some pretty obvious errors. You want this army link? I don't know if I can send it in the stream chat, but if you add me on Discord, I can direct message you that. I think your OG placement is wrong. You might need to use OG on the ray shower compartment. I don't know which attack you were talking about. This one? Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I had any shot of recovering after I lost my warden the way I did. He needed to stay alive. The warden with the rage gem does so much boosting for the army. But yeah, an expo here and the lava launcher. The expo is what got me here. And I had 2 invis. Like, I could have definitely used those. So, yeah, this is what we're looking at for now. If you want to just copy it by looking at the screen, although there's a lot to look at. This is what we're looking at. 5 super barbs. For cleanup, all I have is really a couple archers and a minion. The super barbs and the Valkyrie are really meant for like funneling in the start. Although I could potentially run rocket loons. I could see that also working. That's what I think. I think zapping out lava launcher and rage shower with the backpack will work better. Yes, it will, but once the next crafted defense comes, with it's going to require more zaps. So I'm not so sure about that. What about blower for the Duke? I don't want to depend on the blower because this version of the blower that we have at the moment is only temporary. They're planning on reverting it so that it does not work together with the backpack. So originally the blower shoots in the direction with the backpack. That's how everybody likes it. But they tried to fix that and separate them so that the blower works only in the direction that the Duke is facing, similar to like the giant arrow with the Queen. And but in the process of fixing it, they broke it by introducing a new bug where sometimes the backpack doesn't go off. So I don't think that relying on the blower, especially with an update coming soon, makes a whole lot of sense. I do think that the update will be soon. Don't trust meteor golems that are still dead. I think they have potential because when you look at the stats, like this is not quite, but almost exactly what they were before. Brother, give me anti-orange star base for Legends 2. I really can't promise you any good base for Legends 2, unfortunately. I'm seeing people with 2.9, 3.0 not making it through because they're not getting the luck on the defense that they need. Is the new Duke equipment coming out next month? It is coming out next month. It's not going to come out in September. We get new equipments every other month. I definitely want better than that. I think I'll close the stream just by doing a few hits with Hydra. That's what I think. Even we got a new buff on Meteor Golems. We got a new level on 95%. Yeah, you're right. But we also got the Duke and the Skywagon, which in theory should be stronger, right? That's what I think. Asan, hey, what's going on? It's good to see you. Share in the clan chat. I will share. I'll share some bases in this army comp. For now, I'm just going to use my trusty Hydra combination. This is what I've been getting amazing results with. This is what I'll use. Did get a nice arrow there and also managed to pick up the poison tower, which is really nice. Gonna send the rest of my rocket loons to finish the funnel. Like so. This one should be an easy triple, judging by the way it's gone so far. Did you get your own ID in ranked battles? Nah, that never happens. Oh wow. Look at my prince following skeletons. Doing the most princely thing ever. Following the skeletons. It's actually not good. Really hope this goes through. I'm gonna have some issues with the Logger Guardian once I get closer to that, but I still have the Prince with the Phoenix, so that might be enough. Not so sure. I think I got him though. Even with the Prince trolling on me there. Going for some ground skeletons. Here, I'll share a base which did well for me. This was working well in Legends. I have an account that went minus 260 yesterday, and the previous day was also good on this account. So I shared that base in the clan chat. Yeah, the only way you can match your own accounts in ranked is if you're resetting in separate clans. That's the only way. This person's name is the Ocean, and they are from Red Wave, which is LG's clan. If you guys know Invincible LG, he's one of the best players out of Korea. I have a lot of respect for LG. I use his code a lot. Oh, nice Teslas, bro. I'm just gonna use those. To get the value. I do need the Duke to head towards the multi-inferno to finish the funnel properly. Now I have to use my other freeze in such a way that covers the this one might have gotten screwed up. Nothing is repairing that expo in the area, so I think I'm just gonna ignore it and wait until I get a better angle for the revive, or a better cross sinking. Not so sure about this one going through. It's a little bit of an ugly hit. If the Duke goes down, the enemy Duke, which he might not, and he does, then I have a chance. Not quite, huh? 91%. 91%. How many hours you play a day? Anywhere from like 3 to 4-ish. Tiz, hey, what's going on, yo? You mind turning down the music just a little bit for sure? Just a little bit. I don't want to turn it down too much. I think really more so I just need to be speaking closely into the mic for you to hear me properly. Minion Prince ability was too late. It was forced, is what it was. I didn't press that. I think that the logger forced it in the area. Would have been nice to use it obviously over this area, but... The queen also went down early. Yeah, I mean, the Duke got hit, or the Prince got hit by a black air bomb in the middle of a bunch of air troops. So that's definitely lucky from the defender there. I don't think that typically you would see the Prince getting hit by a black air bomb at that kind of an angle. So it is what it is. It's early season, so I don't really care too much about failing. It's really only the last few days, like the last week or so, that I actually care. Like, I want to have the strategy sorted and all that. One freeze. The other freeze is going to go over the logger, for sure. Like this. I'm waiting for the Duke to trigger the rage before I end up putting overgrowth in that area. I'm not sure about that. That should have definitely covered the multi-inferno. Leaving the multi-inferno exposed was not good. I still think it goes through, but at least I see the mistake for what it is. Maybe even potentially Swagger Revive. Do you do charge or not? Not really. Not really. In esports, I do. But not in Legends. I definitely think now Duke Charge has a probability of being trapped. Especially because of the latest balance changes. They had a direct effect on the Duke Charge. Because all they did was cut the trap reduction. From 40%, now it's down to 20%, you can see here. But that's only while the Royal Rampage is active. That's not active while the Duke has other troops in the area. The trap reduction. Thanks for the sub, I appreciate that. I don't know how to pronounce your name because it's in Russian. Or maybe that's Ukrainian. I don't want to get those mixed up. You play esports? Sometimes. I act as a sub for another team. If I can get a good angle on these rocket loons, then I will hit the arrow, the backpack arrow on the CC. But if I miss these rocket loons, then I'll just hit it on the revenge tower. That's my plan here. But I do get those rocket loons, which is very nice. Let's drop a dragon here to funnel. Baby dragon here. And now I will aim for the CC. I did unfortunately miss the CC, but at least I know that the Duke has a direct pathing into the revenge tower because of those rocket loons that I did at the start. So, not too worried just yet, although that was a mistake. Gonna put overgrowth like here. Hope the CC is not too dangerous. I'm not happy about where the Warden has gone. He's gone in such a way that I really can't support him that well. That much. This might end up being a 1-star. If this Inferno Dragon can clutch up, but I don't think it does. I'm essentially relying on the Duke to finish the rest. He's healthy. He might do it. He might get the job done. He does. Very close, but he does. Very nice. How many earthquakes needed for 26 backpack? There's a website that I could show you. Let me find the link real quick. I'm gonna put it in the stream chat. This website is a great resource if you need to figure out what levels and stuff you need. When will top clans decide their CWO lineup usually? Well, we already have ours figured out. Although there are a couple spots which are not exactly yet decided. Not exactly yet decided. But that website that I just posted in the stream chat, you should definitely give that a look. That's going to help you figure out exactly how many earthquakes and stuff you need. You can also figure out lightning spells and stuff too. Okay. The air bombs are looking a little dangerous, just a little. Let's see if there's a Tesla. If there is, that's great, but if there's not, that's fine. And there's not. So I can handle this for now. Did get the value there, although I didn't get that sweeper. Maybe I could have, maybe I couldn't have. Not 100% sure there. My music got cut. Really hoping that my queen can at least stay alive long enough to trigger the Invis here. I got totally distracted from my music getting cut. I'm definitely gonna have to save my freezes for the area that has the ray shower. That's a preemptive totem drop. Well, let's just pray that my Duke can do this, because it's also down to the Prince as well. He has the Phoenix still. There's a chance he can potentially help get the job done. Maybe not. But if the Duke does it, that's amazing. And he does. Very nice. Nice that that went through. Any idea when they're gonna fix the blower again? Yeah, we're gonna see an update this month. And they should fix the blower for that. If it doesn't happen this month, it will definitely happen next month. This time, you got any pros in the lineup? There's only one. And that's I Must Be God. The rest of them will be our players this time. We won't be going for a huge deal like we did in Titan 1, Titan 2. To be honest with you, it didn't end up being worth it. Let's just put it that way. I ended up having more issues than help. Not 100% sure if this is correct, but we're gonna figure it out pretty soon. Especially because I missed the Revenge Shower. Although it does look like the Giant's gonna pick it up soon. But now I'm worried about the fact that my Warden's not following everything like I wanted him to. Kind of is though. This might be enough. because the Duke's gonna revive himself directly into the scatter shot, which is good for me. He just needs to be able to handle the Expo and the Fire Spitter. But I have troops going behind the Fire Spitter, so this might end up working out. I should have revived the Duke a little sooner to try to help the Queen a bit. But either way, this goes through, I think. Another easy triple. Next month we have a big update. I don't know if it's next month or if it's this month. I know it's soon. And we will be getting the remaining levels on the Builder Hut. When I say levels, I mean supercharges. Like, we don't have supercharges on the Builder's Hut just yet. We don't have supercharges on the Monolith. That will be coming in the update. It's probably going to be a smaller update, maybe with some tweaks to global chat, some stuff like that. I don't exactly know. What did you say earlier in the stream about using totems around monos? Yeah, I don't like to use them there. I definitely don't like to use them there. You might see me do it sometimes, but that's only if the monolith gets a big lock on. This is a base I've seen enough times. I know that this can work. Nice black air bombs, bro. That's interesting traps. Never seen that, but I think I can deal with it. I'm just gonna drop 2 quakes over the core. I unfortunately don't have any more rocket loons to handle the monolith properties, so I have no choice but to use the totems here. I still think I have good chances. I have dragons going behind one fire spitter. I'm probably going to use overgrowth on the other one. Like so. Let's revive the Duke in a second. That freeze is kind of pointless, but it is what it is. Decided to use it there. The Giant's also doing a good job. I have a swag revive and a swag freeze. Another easy triple. Nice traps, bro. Those traps are doing absolutely nothing. So that is sarcasm. Can you post like a video showing tutorial of this army? The truth is that it's really not going to help you as much as you think. I would have to cover a lot of different base styles. There's a huge variety in the base meta. I can try to give you some pointers, but not to mention the fact that I don't hardly have any time to really properly put together a good guide for you guys. But that is the reality. A lot of strategy guides don't cover all the bases, and so you end up failing on a bunch of bases because you're discovering their approach for the first time, rather than having it something you've seen before. I would say the best time we ever had for a strategy guide was in the early days of the Meteor Golems meta. I would say that was the best time. There were a lot of bases that all looked like the same as the next base because of just how bases were being built around Longshot. It was actually insane. Every base looked almost exactly the same. Not sure I got what I needed here to triple, although I can just put overgrowth right here. That should help. I definitely need for this area to go down quickly. Down here, I don't know if I have enough army to handle that. There should be more Dragon Riders, but there's not. So it's not going to be enough. The Duke can get a good revive, but it's still not enough. There should have been more Dragon Riders going to the right. So I'm just gonna revive the Duke while the Phoenix is tanking him. And go for percentage here. I think this will conclude my day somewhere in the 290s range, if I'm not mistaken. Or potentially 300 on the dots, which is what I had yesterday on this account. Very close. VN Craven is Fu. Yeah, it might be. I think you're right, actually. Good defense from him. This is 298 after 300 yesterday. It's not so bad. I'm global rank 14, but obviously that doesn't mean anything, right? Because I'm still waiting on a bunch of defense. But I guess this is a good place to be for now. On this account, I have obviously work to do on Havoc after I completely sold today with the Meteor Golems. I don't even know if they're all that like amazing yet. I'm still gonna need some more practice. Not this base, the previous one. Let's check. Let's take a look. I'm slowly getting good in attacks, but defense is pulling me back. Yeah, aren't you still playing without the modifiers, like in Electro Leagues or something? And Maroof, hey, what's going on? Good to see you. Find these bases easy to triple with the throwers, you say? The previous base? Yeah, these are easy. I don't really actually think Rage Invis bases are any good anymore. They work well in a Fireball meta. If there's ever any meta where the Fireball is really strong, then the Rage Invis bases might be good. I saw some good bases today, but only a few stopped me. Yeah, this is one of those bases. I definitely gotta save this one and figure it out. I feel like I had the saved ones, but ran it in Legends and didn't even get a chance to figure it out. I just deleted it because it wasn't working for me in Legends. So we'll look for that link again. Very close. Just an air defense, right? I think that's all that's left in the end. Yeah. And then this base. This one I gotta find it because I'm seeing it a lot. I saw it a lot yesterday. If I find these links and you guys want them, then just text me on Discord. I'll send you, just make sure you take a screenshot and whatnot. I'll scan the bases for you. Troops split easily in that base? Yeah, they do. The worst about that previous base that we just looked at is if the Warden goes to the left instead of following the Hydra to the right. He didn't do it in that particular instance, but he does do that sometimes. I tripled this once, but I think what I did was I got the air bombs. This was a fail on this occasion, even with some pretty OP value. Like I lost my queen early from some traps. Look at all those bombs. Yeah, the fire spitter doing full damage too. Good base, definitely well built there. I wonder where it is that I saw it and tripled. It might have been this one. Not so sure. When's the last time you took a break from this game? That's a good question. It's probably before 2022. So it's been a few years since my last real break. Yeah, this is the style of the base that I was really running a lot. I was gambling on it in the end of the last season, and unfortunately it didn't work out so well. I had a base like this that went minus 320 and also minus 312, and that was on the final day of the season. Not exactly like this one, but pretty close. I was hoping for better than that, obviously. Swagged a revive here. Probably need to delete that one. Anyway, guys, that does call it good on the stream. I think I've done 2 accounts. I'll do the other 4 later. Whether I stream or not, it totally depends on my schedule, how things are looking. If I am super busy tomorrow, I might end up just doing the hits on my own and passing out. That's kind of what I'm thinking. But the latest I will be on my next live stream is on Saturday night. I will be launching the server then. You guys will get links, invites and stuff. And an official announcement on the King of the Hill that we're hosting, which is going to be really exciting. It's going to have prize money. You'll also win some passes if you make it to finals. You don't even have to win the whole thing. You can just make it to finals and you'll win some passes. And then what else? If you win, then you do get a ticket to play in our Legend League CWL. We did have a good run in the last few months to get there, including some paid players, including some fails from those paid players. But yeah, we will be in Legend League CWL, and I'm excited to get you guys involved with that. And yeah, that's that. It's been a good stream. Nice to have you guys, and yeah, have a great night. Take care and peace.